Hey y'all, what's up? This is your girl Poodle, also known as @AlienBlackGirl _ on social media, and the creator of the Black Librarian podcast, now streaming everywhere. And I'm just here to give you some quick tips on the new moon energy that we're going under now and the next moon phase, which is the waning crescent. A lot of times we only think that the full moon and the dark moon or the new moon are the most important to do spells, to do anything, or meditation, or to set intentions, but it's not. The moon phases in between are just important, are just as significant to our everyday lives and things like that. So, right now in the right now in the new moon, dark moon era, is a time for banishing curses, for cleansing, for reestablishing what you want for the phase going ahead. Because right now, if you don't know what the new moon is or the dark moon, that's when you don't see anything at all. So it's really good time for deconstructing your problems, for reevaluating, for rethinking what it is that you need in your life ahead, for the month ahead. If you see the new moon is falling in the beginning of the month, beginning of the month, we always like to have a fresh start. And so this new dark moon symbolizes just that. So it's perfect time to do rituals for cleansing and removing negative things out of your life, for grounding yourself. And so what are you doing for it? And it coincides perfectly with the next moon phase, which is the waning crescent, which is great for atonement. It's great for self-searching, for your balance. It's also good for wisdom. So if you're seeking out, some educational advice during this time, it's the perfect time to set intentions and meditate on receiving new education information, receiving an instructor if you may be looking for it, things like that. I know for me, I'm always learning, so I'm always meditating on finding people who can educate me a little bit more on some things that I already know or don't know. And so that is why the waning crescent is just as important as the new moon, because once we do a ritual for a new moon phase, or you do your meditation, it spills over into the next cycle, which is the waning crescent. So you keep it up. Now that I've cleansed out, my bad space during the new dark moon, I want to reestablish my intent and balance with my wisdom with the waning crescent. So it's a continuation of self-meditation and exploration. So it's never stopping. It doesn't stop until the full moon. No, it keeps going. And each phase is like 2 to 4 days, beforehand, depending on which phase. For the waning crescent, it's only 2.5 days, unlike the full moon and the new moon, which you can harvest that energy 2 days before and 2 days after. Now, what I want to do is I want to pull a card from my African American tarot deck to help us better understand what it is that we're going forth and doing. So let's see. If you want the show, I have to charge. You wanna really Alright, so the card I picked is the Five of Pentacles reversed. Now, this is the African American tarot deck, so all of my tarot cards are either African deities, mythical creatures, and things like that. This one is the Oxymoga. This is from South Africa, if you can see it. The Oxymoga. The Five of Pentacles. Now, upright, this monster, let me give you history on the monster or the demon. This is Oxymoga. It is in the desert. Now, it has eyes, as you can see, on the bottom of its feet. The mean just has to stop and pause to see where it's going, showing a reevaluation. Now, if you know, Pentacles has to do with health, resources, money, things of that nature, and it's also associated with the earth signs. So you have Virgo, Taurus, and Capricorn. So this is your moon signs or your sun sign. This Five of Pentacles. Now this symbolizes that you're uncertain. And 5 represents uncertainty, challenges, a need for meditation. And so this shows uncertainty in these areas. But this is reversed. So we have begun to, we're past that phase of reevaluation. We passed that phase of, we had to stop and look around because this monster, in order for it to see, it had to stop and be on its hands or its back to see because the feet are on its back. So it's stopping and reevaluating, but it's in reverse. So we've gone through and passed that period of reevaluation, and we're ready to go. We're more certain, we're more clear about ourselves, and during this time, during the new moon, dark moon phase, going into the waning crescent, we're ready to move. We're ready to go forward, especially because after that retrograde in Mercury, where we did so much introspective learning and thinking, we're just ready to execute all the thoughts and plans that we had in the midst of that retrograde. So this Five of Pentacles with the Oxymugga upside down is very good for us as we're moving forward into the waning crescent period of the moon. Stay woke. If you have any questions, just let me know. Hit me up. Comment below. Let me know what you think. What are some of the rituals or routines or meditations that you do for moon ceremonies or moon phases? And did you even know that you could do that? That is just as important. Each moon phase is important. Each moon cycle is important for the person. So hit me back up. Let me know what you think. Also, follow my podcast, the Black Librarian Podcast, on all streaming services. The current episode is Ultralight Beam, working on some new episodes for you guys. So let me know what you think. I'm always here to talk, to listen, especially in the metaphysical world and for the culture, so Afro culture. So stay woke.